everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review of the new Milani Gilded Desires eyeshadow palette. This palette contains 12 eyeshadows and 2 face colors. It has a mirror and it retails for $20. Now I don't know about you, but this palette does not scream daytime natural to me. But I am going to show you how I was able to achieve a quick and easy daytime look using mostly the matte kind of brown neutral colors. And then I'm going to take it to this look you see here, which is a more dramatic nighttime look. And I'm also going to be sharing with you a little bit about the packaging and how it performed. You're going to see how some of the shades performed in the tutorial, but I want to start by sharing with you my thoughts on the packaging. I ordered my palette directly from the Milani website the day that it launched. So it arrived after a couple of days and one of the eyeshadows was broken. This one right up here was broken. So that was a little bit disappointing, but they remedied the situation really quickly. I took a picture, I sent it to their customer service, and within 2 days I had a brand new palette. This one was packaged a little bit better. It does come in a box and they had it wrapped in bubble wrap, but it was a really thin wrapping of bubble wrap. This time it was a lot better. It was a lot more, there was a lot more bubble, why can't I say this? There was a lot more bubble wrap around it. That's what I was trying to say. When purchasing a palette like this that retails for $20, you can expect it to have the highest quality, most sturdy packaging. And while the packaging is pretty, if you compare it to that of like a Stila eyeshadow compact that looks kind of similar, they feel totally different. The Stila one definitely feels much sturdier, but it's also double the price. And then my other issue with the packaging is that I can kind of press down on either side of this and it feels like it's gonna lift out. Like it feels like if I stuck my finger in there, I could lift out the whole tray. It just doesn't, it's just not super sturdy. That's all I'm saying. Don't get me wrong, I think it's attractive packaging. It's just not going to be super durable. Now let's talk about the color selection and pigmentation. I personally love the colors in this palette. I really like to have a black in an eyeshadow palette because I use it as liner or I use it in most of my dramatic looks. This burgundy color is gorgeous. I used these 3 for my daytime look that you'll be seeing. This color right here is a great shade to set eyeshadow primer or concealer that you might put on your lid. I do talk about in the video how I wish it was just a hair lighter and less yellow. This color is stunning. I'm gonna start the swatches in just a second. I love this highlighter. I have that on right now too. This was the only shade and product that I wasn't like that thrilled with. It's a little bit crumbly, so let's just get to the swatches. I'm gonna swatch these 6 colors first. Now I'm going to be swatching these 6. Okay, now we're going to move on to the day to night tutorial, and then after that I'm going to come back and give you my final thoughts on the palette. So for this daytime look, I am taking this flat shader brush. This one is from Stylazi. Any flat shader brush will do. I'm using the shade Naked Truth, and I'm popping this right underneath my brow bone. Next, I'm using a Sigma E25, and I'm using the shade Crazy for Cocoa. And I'm starting at the outer corner of the eye, making little circles and blending it into the crease. Swirling on the outer portion and then blending in to the crease. Using the same brush and the shade Would You Know Me, I'm doing the exact same thing, but I'm not going to bring it as much into the crease. I'm going to start at the outer corner again, making little circles, but this time just going a little bit into my lid, into the crease, but not much. I want to keep the darkness mostly on this outer corner. And then once that's done, I'm taking a clean shader brush. I'm using the shade Sweet as Honey. I'm applying that right to the mobile eyelid. And don't worry if it covers up some of that darker brown. You can always go back in, like I'm gonna do right now, and add some more. Taking my Sigma E15 flat definer brush, and I'm going into that same dark brown we placed on the outer corner, and I'm just lining my upper lash line. Now I'm going to take some of that mid-tone brown and line my lower lash line. Now I'm going to curl my lashes and apply some mascara. The mascara I'm using is this one from Catrice. It's called the Pret a Volume Smoky Mascara in Velvet Black. All right, our daytime eye look is complete. As I said earlier, this palette screams nighttime to me. So now we're gonna go in and we are going to glam up this look. First thing I'm gonna do is apply one of these highlighters. As you can see, I already have some blush on. This is Berry Ray's Color Harmony blush, also from Milani. I forgot to bring down a highlight brush, so I'm just using this angled powder brush. And I'm just swiping it on the tops of my cheekbones. So pretty. I mean, look at that. So pretty. I'm not sure what shimmer I want to use. I kind of want to keep it in the pinky family. And the only one I haven't played with yet is this one on the upper right corner. It is called, what is it called? I think it's Most Covet Rose. It might be rosé, but the writing is really, really tiny, so I don't know. I think I'm just gonna use my finger. See how the pigment shows up. Oh, that's pretty. It's really, really subtle. So if you don't want a lot of shimmer, you just want a subtle sparkle. It's pretty, not exactly what I was going for. I think I want to put this one on top of it. Did I even show you this one? So this is the one I just applied, but I want to put a little bit of this on top to give it more pop. I'm using my finger again. So that first one was mostly just shimmer. This one, and that one had a lot of gold in it. This one is like more of a light pink shimmer with a whitish undertone, not undertone, but like a whitish background. God, I'm doing a horrible job describing this, aren't I? So I have to do the same thing on the other side, which is put a little bit of that rose color down first. Oh, you know what? It's showing up better on this side. Maybe the lighting's better on this side, but it's still not quite what I wanted. So that's rose gold, and this is more of like a pink, icy pink maybe? Would that be the way to describe it? Next, I'm using the small crease brush that came in a Flower Beauty eyeshadow palette. And I'm going in with the shade Love Addict and placing that on the outer corners. And a little bit into the crease. Now using that same flat definer brush I used for the brown, I'm going to use it for the black. So I don't know what happened that it didn't record me doing the bottom, but I did top and bottom with the black, the same way I applied the brown. Now these next two steps are totally optional, but if you want to take this up even another level, I'm going to take a smaller crease brush. This one is a Samey Beauty 2.5. It's a little pricey, but Morphe has a very similar one that I will put in the description box. That's only, I think, $6 or $8. It's under 10. I think it's the 506. I seem to have misplaced mine, so I'm using this one from Say Me, but this is what it looks like. Yes, I know it needs to be clean, but when you're going into a black, it really doesn't matter what's been on there previously because it'll still come up dark. So I'm tapping off my excess, just putting a little bit of that black on, and then I'm just sticking it right in the outer corners. I'm not moving it in at all. I'm really keeping it right on those outer corners. This totally depends on your eye shape, the placement of this black, but for me, because my eyes are more downturned, I want it just on the corner and kind of going upwards. I want everything to lift up so they look a little bit less downturned. So I'm just kind of tapping and then kind of using my wrist to flick it upwards a little. Give that lift. Now I'm taking a pencil brush. This one is from Delium Tools, another great affordable brush brand. Just your standard pencil brush. And I'm going into that same color we used to highlight and popping that in my tear duct. I want to add a little bit of lightness under my brow bone. I feel like this ivory color, the Naked Truth, is not quite as light as I would like personally. This to me has a little bit more yellow to it than I like. I prefer something a little bit more, a little lighter, a little bit more whitish, I guess. So I'm gonna use this shimmery white. I could definitely regret this decision, but let's see. Ooh, this one has a lot, I don't know if you can see, but like there's a lot of fallout from this one. And it's actually not even really picking up much color. Let's see. Oh yeah, it picked up color. It's fine. Whoa, okay, now I OD'd. Oh my goodness. That is not okay. We do not want a super frosty underbrow. The nice thing is it just really wiped right away. Okay, so the eyes are done. And I'll show you what else I have on my face. And I already showed you the blush I have on, but the lip is this Rock and Rose lip pencil from Jordana. And then the Amore Shine lip gloss from Milani. And this is number 11, Charming. So being that we are now at a nighttime look, if you know me at all, you know that I'm gonna put on a pair of false lashes. But I wanna keep it natural for those of you that like a more natural glam. I am gonna be using these lashes from Worldwide Lashes. It's a company out of Australia. It took several weeks for them to get to me, but they're really affordable. And this style, Love, is amazing if you don't want a super dramatic look. So this is what they look like. Really thin band, really natural looking. I've worn these before, so they've been trimmed already. And they're so easy to apply. I mean, look how quickly that went on. And they just make such a difference. And I know there are plenty of people out there that have great lashes already and they don't need to wear false lashes, but I am not one of those people. But there's just something about them that I love. I love the different styles. I love changing up my look with them. I love seeing how they can change almost my eye shape by, you know, the style that I choose. All right, so I'm gonna pop on the second one. And we are done. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. And I just want to finish off by saying that I think that this palette is definitely worth picking up. It is $20, as I said earlier. I just checked before I started filming and it is currently sold out on the Milani website. But I believe it is going to be showing up in Ulta stores and on their website any day now if it's not already on their website. A lot of times it comes out on the website before it launches in stores. But if you find it, definitely pick one up. I believe it's going to be exclusive to Ulta. I'm not sure if it's exclusive to Ulta forever or just for a month or a few weeks, but definitely get one if you can. If you like Milani cosmetics, I would say that if the packaging were just a little bit more sturdy, a little bit better quality, I would be willing to pay $45, $50 for a palette like this because I think the quality is that good. And the only one that I really didn't like that much was this kind of whitish face shade. It kind of crumbled, as you saw when I applied it to my brow bone. It's just kind of crumbly, and when you open up the palette, it's all over the mirror. It's kind of like the dud in this palette. Also, these two shades, while they swatched okay, they're mostly just like a glitter top coat, and the glitter does have some fallout. So, all right, so maybe when I said I would pay 40 to 50, I'm thinking maybe I would pay more 30 to 40, maybe. Because I've paid more for palettes that were not as good as this and were not as versatile as this, because the mattes are creamy, they're pigmented, and these three shades right here are so pigmented and so saturated with color, you don't need to wet a brush, you don't need to use any type of cream underneath it to get it to show up. I just use my fingers the other days that I've played with this, and the color is stunning. I was really wowed when I first tried this gold color and then this color down here. So, so pretty. So yeah, I'm really happy with this palette, and I would definitely recommend it. As always, I really hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. I do try to upload at least twice a week, if not more. And I would love it if you would also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. All of those pages are Risa Does Makeup as well. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.